Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Today I picked a very important subject to talk about, and that was the Quran versus science. Of course, now being in the 21st century, many people are beginning to question old religious belief systems and their sacred scriptures and try and, prove them to be unreal and to put science above them. Of course, the Quran is one of these sacred scriptures that they're putting against scientific evidence, and actually the Quran is being proven to be fact in many places. Example, the ancient pagans at the time in Mecca, at the time that the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam received the Quran by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, it was in a place where pagans believed that the world was flat. Now this is just one of their beliefs, but pagans used to believe that if you went too far out to sea, you would fall off the end of the world. The Muslims were the first people in the world to come up with the idea that the world isn't flat, but it's actually round. And of course, new scientific discovery has proven this to be correct. The world is indeed round. Another one is the ancient pagans used to believe that the sun and stars and everything around us revolved around the earth, and that the earth was in the centre of space. While Muslims were the first people to come up with the idea that it wasn't the earth and stars that are moving around, that in fact it was the earth and stars that are moving around the sun. And of course, new scientific discovery has proven this to be fact. Nowadays, many people are being put up against evolution, which is of course Charles Darwin's theory. Now first, I just like to put through what evolution is. Now, many people know that evolution is the belief that we evolved out of monkeys. Of course, you can understand why people think that. We look like monkeys. Some people, we have basic features like a monkey. We can stand up upright. We have 2 arms. We have 2 legs. You can see. And of course, they would have to evolve from a less complex species, and then they evolved all the way down to microorganisms. Now, the entire point of evolution is the belief that a simple creature can evolve through time and adapt to its environment and become more complex than it was last time, just to help adapt itself to the environment it was in. Now, of course, but the evolutionists also believe that let's say we did evolve from monkeys, and they evolved from something else, and they evolved from something else, and it goes all the way down until the simplest microorganism. But you have to question, what created that first microorganism? Of course, the Quran does clearly state that Adam sallallahu alaihi wasallam was created out of the clay. Now, there is a verse in the Quran. This is chapter 4, verse 1. O mankind, be careful of your duty to your Lord, who has created you from a single cell, and from it created its mate, and from them has spread a multitude of men and women. Now, of course, the single cell, of course, what evolutionists believe to be the first thing on earth. But you'd always have to question what actually created that cell. Of course, the Quran does state in that chapter I just read out that the Quran never states anywhere. Many people believe that Muslims believe that Adam was the first people on earth. And many Muslims believe this, but this isn't actually mentioned in the Quran itself. They got that from the Judeo-Christian Bible belief. The Quran does state in this thing a single cell, and then a single cell, and from it created its mate, and then spread into a multitude of men and women, meaning that there was living creatures around before Adam and before Eve, and before men and women actually came around. And of course, back to that thing on what created the first cell. Even evolutionists question that, but they've actually found out that whatever it came from the earth, the clay. Now, clay is a very dry substance which can be found in African and Arabian countries, and it's a very dried out soil. And many people believe that evolutionists believe that this is where the first microorganisms came from before they started evolving. And of course, it is mentioned in the Quran that this is where the first cell came from. I don't know if that's a microorganism or what cell is. I need to check out if it's a bad translation, but as far as I know, that's what it means. Another verse in the Quran is Surah chapter 32, verse 2. Allah is He who has made everything He created better, and He began the creation out of clay. Now, like I said, evolution is about the adaptation, that things cannot adapt, are not very well fitted into their own environment, and in order to survive they have to evolve into a more complex species. So this verse does point out that Allah has made everything He created better, meaning that there was stuff before the creation of man, and then to become man it had to become better, which does go with evolution. Now again, even what I'm saying here, many Muslims would still believe in creationism. If anyone wants a personal view from me, yes, I do believe in creationism. I do not believe in evolution, because I do not believe just because a man looks like a monkey, that he evolved from a monkey. A man could look like anything in the world. Just because someone looks like something doesn't exactly mean he's related to it. A man could look like an inanimate, could look like anything that isn't actually alive, but like anything. I don't know what it is, but it could be man-made and he could look like it, and then that doesn't exactly mean he's related to this item. If you have any more questions on this, or if you'd like me to explain it a bit better, please comment me. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.